Drop it.
Pardon me, baby, I don't mean to be vicious. You advertising your body, so can I make it my business? I see you twerking that booty. Girl, just tell me your interest. They call you genie cause they rub you and you grant them 3 wishes.
Drop it.
Welcome back, everybody. Today we have Betty Brant, Spider Woman, Spider Girl. I'm not sure if it's girl or woman, but I wrote woman, so woman she will be. I think it's Spider Girl though, to be honest. But Betty Brant, if you guys are not familiar with Betty Brant, she is like the receptionist, the secretary at the Daily Bugle, you know, where Spider-Man works, where he gives J. Jonah his pictures. Basically like the newspaper of Queens. But yeah, Betty Brant is just basically a secretary there. And in this story, this is actually an old comic. I think it's from the 70s.
And then your body's on fire, jeans great as you Xing men.
A What If comic where it's basically the same thing as Spider-Man. She was working for J. Jonah Jameson. J. Jonah was doing an exhibit where they were irradiating a spider. And instead of Peter getting bit by the spider, it was Betty who got bit on the hand. And then her and Peter kind of came up with this scheme to kind of become a superhero to make money so he can take pictures for the Daily Bugle. And with all that happening, I guess Uncle Ben got killed. And again, it's the same thing as Spider-Man, the original Peter Parker. Except it's her in his position. I think it's a cool design. I think like everyone else who sees this design thinks that she looks kind of what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word? She's a little underdressed. But yeah, she's a cool custom. I had a few reference pictures to work with. Again, she's not in too many comics. She was just recently in the Spider-Verse, so she has maybe 1 or 2 pages in that. She's also in the Web Warriors, so she may be in there. But I looked online for some reference shots. I found one in particular that I kind of based this figure off.
Ass out on these ratchets while them twin titans be clashing like a movie scene. It's all action, ass so low, I need a closed caption. No clothes on, I call it old-fashioned.
And after completely painting, I saw another reference shot, and I was like, damn, I should have added the white just to kind of cover up some things. There was one like basically like this, and then the other one had white in the center, like a white blouse in between the netting, so it won't be so much exposed. And I should have did that, I guess, because it'd be just more appropriate. But I like this look, so whatever. So that's what I based my custom off, pretty much. So to make this figure, I used May Parker for the base body, May Parker for the head. For the alternate head, I used Gwen Stacy. I just painted it brown. And then for the wings, Jessica Drew wings. If you guys want, I can give you a quick comparison. Give me a second. I mean, I don't want to take out the box, but that's pretty much Jessica Drew's wings. These wings are the same wings I used here. I just painted them, and when I clear coat sealed them, when I sealed them, they just came out to be a little more, I guess, clear. That looks more whitish, like a milky white. It's pretty much May Parker. I used this body. If you guys are familiar with it, you guys know. I used May Parker for the body. It's not the best comparison. I'm sorry I didn't get to take them out the box for you guys, but if you guys want to do this exact thing, you're going to need Jessica's wings, Gwen's head, and then May Parker completely. I was going to give it a swap. I was going to give it alternate hands using the Ultimate Pizza Spidey. But I don't have any extra hands right now. I only have extra thwipping hands, and she already has thwipping hands, so it's no use. But let me pull this up really quick for you guys. Give you a better look at her. Now again, this is May Parker. Let's pull these wings out. I gotta find a better way to attach these wings. What I did was I just hot glued them together. This tape is holding this back piece because I'm gonna glue this eventually, but I might not because I'm trying to figure out a better way to attach these wings. So this is just a temporary solution for a picture or two. If I really want to take a picture, pretty much that's what I did. I just kind of hit it. But I do like how I kind of hot glued them together, because I was gonna cut off on both sides and then just permanently glue them, but I didn't know if I was gonna separate them later when I find a way to attach them, so I just temporarily glued them so I could snap them off if I want to, but I'm not gonna do that right now because I still like the way it looks. What I did with her was pretty cool, man. I modified her a little better than I did the Black Spider Girl custom that I did. See, now she has a much more ab crunch. I know you can see the hole, but she just has so much more movement than before. So I kind of like that so much. She can move more than any female that I have with really no rubbing. Also, not only that, but she can also go whoop. She has a lot of side-to-side movement with minimum rubbing. I sand it down a lot in there and inside here, inside this upper torso.
Like I'm popping the bottle, here with a couple of models. She felt the top of my throttle like she was plotting to swallow.
I made a T shape. I dremeled the line here, a line in the back, and on both sides, just to kind of give it a little more room to be able to move freely like that. Now she looks glossy because of the light, but she's just as glossy as any other figure. And I feel like taking this one out just to kind of show you. Give me a second. I'm going to take it out. Now you guys can see they are the same figure here. Just the eyes are different. I painted these eyes a little different than these eyes. The head web is the same web. The neck web, the webbing on the neck is the exact same. I just outlined it to where I needed it to stop. Obviously, I painted the boots. I painted the hands and the arms. And then that's pretty much it. Now, what I did was, because I know in some pictures, she doesn't have, like, I'm going to call these boy shorts, like, what they call booty jeans. I call booty jeans. What the fuck are they called? Like Daisy Dukes. Like Daisy Dukes boy shorts, you know, because I didn't want to do underwear as like a bathing suit, because it looks like a bathing suit, like some 1970s sex gear or some shit, some like straight lingerie. This is definitely lingerie, and it shouldn't be. She shouldn't be fighting in lingerie. All that skin exposed just calls for an ass whooping. But so yeah, so I decided to paint on these legs a little bit just to kind of not have her showing so much skin, because then it's funny because when I showed my son said, my son's 3, mind you, and he was like, oh, she doesn't have any clothes on. And I was like, oh my God. So if he thinks that at 3 years old, I'm sure people are going to think that when they see this. In fact, I don't even believe Hasbro is ever going to release this figure. I doubt Hasbro will ever release this figure due to the fact of how she's dressed. But it's a cool figure nonetheless. I think Hasbro should. There's another suit, I think, where she's fully dressed. I'm not sure if it's a Marvel suit or not, but it's pretty cool nonetheless. To sand, paint, and seal, it took me about 14 to 16 hours. So it was some good time, but it wasn't like Spider Knight. Spider Knight took me a while. It's like Cyborg Spider took me a longer time than usual. This is about average. 14, 16 hours is a little average for me. The more you do anything, you're going to get better at it. So I don't try to discourage myself too often. I'm aware of mistakes and issues that are going to turn up with any project. But anyway, let's just stand her up here by. So actually, before I do that, let's pop in Gwen's head real quick. Betty Brant is actually brown, short hair. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, this is pretty perfect. I thought about it last minute. I did the whole custom, and then yesterday in the morning, I said, oh, Gwen Stacy has a short haircut. So I was like, she'd be perfect for it. So I decided to do it. If you guys want a better look, let me see if I can do it here. Oh, I'm sorry, I know it's not straight, but I'd have to move my camera. I don't feel like moving my camera. Now, I was going to give her rosy cheeks and paint her cheeks a little red, but because I didn't touch her flesh tone is just Hasbro factory painted. So if I did rosy cheeks, I would have had to have did my own flesh tone and blended in, and I didn't want to do that. So I just left it as it is. But the hair looks pretty cool. I don't know if you can tell with this lighting. Let me brighten it a bit. No, let me not do that. The hair is actually brown and black. It's hard to tell right now, I'm telling you, because of the lighting here. But what I did was I painted the hair black all the way, followed by a brown, a dark brown, followed by a lighter brown, and then followed by red. So I did a light red up top just to kind of lighten the brown, so it just wouldn't be too dark, because it was still kind of dark. So just a really light red kind of popped out the brown a little bit. But I'm definitely not going to be able to tell here. tell me. This head is extremely tight, so I hate popping it on. And, you know, in risk of breaking this neck peg, I'm scared. I've done that once, twice. I've done it twice before, so she's having trouble getting on there. So what I like to do is turn it. So there she is with her head on. It's a little bright. Well, YouTube, there she is. Thank you again for coming back and checking me out on this new custom Betty Brant Spider Woman. If you guys like this, please like, comment, share the video, show your friends. Ask them if there's something they would buy. Ask them, is it too provocative? Is the outfit too much? Should it be toned down a bit? But thanks, man. Don't forget to subscribe. YouTube. See you next time.
Drop it. Pardon me, baby, I don't mean to be vicious. You advertising your body, so can I make it my business? I see you twerking that booty. Girl, just tell me your interest. They call you Genie, cause they rub you and you grant them 3 wishes. Drop it. Then pick it back up for a minute. Let me stare at the artwork on your backside. Girl, the moon's so big, got me looking like a small shooting star when I pass by. Got a pocket full of money. If you wanna come and get it, I'll give it to you all, that's right. Cause what I got on me ain't nothing but half of the money I made last night. But
one thing I did forget is the belt. I'll leave that alone, matter of fact.